So I just dulled the TV so I didn't like die. Some time begins when I start this mission. Just count me down. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Mission Impossible. I have here Nathan, who is clearly a Mission Impossible expert. You've never seen this game before in your life, have you?
I've seen you run it.
Oh yeah!
I've seen you run it once.
Well, this is like a full meme game, I promise. It's not serious at all. I like putting a few in though, like any event, just because they're really fun. They're good gags. It's a gag room. There's nothing particularly gaggy about it. It's just you play the game and you play it fast, and I've routed it so it's fast. I'm using the PAL version. That's relevant. Okay, that was weird. I got a radio message, but whatever. That was super weird. Anyway. So yeah, so I'm using the PAL version. PAL version's like really slow for whatever reason. Well, I mean, we know why. So yeah, so we don't know this guy, but we know his name's Boris. So I guess I don't know. Game is racist. I honestly, it's yeah. The first missions are just weird because they have nothing to do with the movie at all. Then they have like 50%, like 60% relevance to the movie. Then they go back to none in the end. So yeah, the movie's just sort of like in the middle there. And like it does actually follow the plot like pretty well. Like it shoves a few extra bits in. But for the most part it's pretty faithful to the general plot. So yeah, we have to sneak into the submarine pen, and we did that by stealing that guy's face and stealing a letter so we were about to get in. But it's really cold, so the face mask is worn off because it's really, really cold. So Sonic 3 just finished, so Operator Time is going to be rocking up on Station 1 very soon. Okay, so on this mission we need to get some magnetic mines, because we need to blow up all these submarines. There's some terrorists or something that have a nuclear submarine contingent. We want to get rid of that because we don't want the terrorists having nuclear weapons. That would be really bad. So we're going to go to our explosives expert here.
Do whatever you think you have to do to get it to work.
And so he's going to go, but wait a second, there's a thing, there's a gunboat. If we don't blow up the gunboat, you won't be able to leave. So we're going to blow up the gunboat. So we're just going to make sure we just click away from any of our radio messages, because otherwise it's going to block our A inputs. Because A is jump, A is use when you're in an inventory menu, and it's also receive messages. So.
Sabotage the gunboat. I'm sure those two guys on the stairs did not see what you just did.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of people on the stairs. Like, enemies are pretty stupid in this game. So a lot of the game's also just micro movement. Like, I did that pretty poorly. Like, if I lined up with the ladder a bit better, that would have been more optimal, so I wouldn't have had to let the AI do the turning. I would just sort of be in there already. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of very small sort of optimizations that can be done. So that's ice hit, and that's the first mission. So now we're into the movie. So you'll recognize the embassy scene, except here in the embassy we're not actually the I forget what the movie is, like the Secretary of State or something. Right, so the first thing we need to do is get the facemaker here. To get the facemaker, we need to talk to this person twice to get them to stop talking to the other person. I can do this in time, yes I can. I think I'm going to miss a cycle. If I'm really fast, I can do this in a better way, but I don't think I can. So now I need to make sure no one's looking, but yeah, that guard's there. So if the guard sees me getting the facemaker, I'll be arrested and instantly fail the mission. So we're just going to go for a backup strategy. Like, it's quite a bit slower, but it works, so whatever. It's also slightly RNG, where the guard has a set patrol pattern, but the guard does not have a set starting point. I'm not actually 100% sure what governs the guard's starting point. It might be like a global timer or something. but I'm unsure. Anyway, so we also got we need to get the score, because we need to get the ambassador to come down. And now, because we're going to have to deal with the ambassador, we're going to take this drink. You know, we're going to give him the drink. We're also going to take the nausea powder. So we're going to put the nausea powder into the drink, and then we're going to put the drink into our jacket, because that's where the drinks go. As you can see, I'm wearing a jacket myself, and I am very well attested to know that, yes, you do just put drinks in your jacket. Specifically champagne flutes. Now, so you'll notice these two weren't here before. That's because the score has just spawned, but you need to talk to them and get him off. Get him to stand up so you can find the score. That's actually an assassin that we just walked past, but because we're playing on the possible difficulty, we don't have to deal with the assassin. The possible and impossible, it's not just because this was the golden age, so to speak, of difficulty, I would say. Things like GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, and things like this. So the game gets more difficult just generically, like enemies have more health, you take more damage, that sort of thing, but you also have to do a few extra objectives. I've never bothered really learning the extra objectives. Like, I could, but there's no real points. So now we've poisoned the ambassador, so we won't go steal his face. We can walk in front of him. This does absolutely nothing. It doesn't affect my time whatsoever, but it's really funny, so I do it. Because he's trying to run. He's the only one who's like to run here. You'll notice how we're in a walking pace, and we weren't before. I'll let him through here. I said I'll let him through here. I can't please let you through. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'll apply the blowpipe. This is a bit faster. Yeah, we'll just pop him. So when we pop him, we automatically drag him into the bathroom there. Until we get control. That's not a smoke. There we go. Phase make. So now we take his face. We don't have to put the blowpipe away because it's like disguised as a cigar or something. I have no idea. So now I think we're technically on a time limit, but the time limit's so just stupidly long that we really don't have to care. Now I should have one. Yep, excellent. So the main reason I need to get the ambassador's face is that I need to get upstairs, and if you're just a normal person, like the default uniform, I guess, you can't get upstairs. They'll block you. You're not an authorized person. But because I'm the ambassador, I can go upstairs. And remembering this is like set during the Cold War and all that, so the ambassador is also a KGB agent. So everyone's cool with the ambassador being upstairs. That's no problem. So we placed all the smoke generators there for later. They're like our escape route, and we'll have a look at that later. So we just have to come over here, and that's it for that level. Alright, so this is Warehouse. Warehouse is definitely one of the more fun missions in the game. It's very fast paced. A lot of other missions are fast paced, but this one's sort of especially so. So we get a gun. Pick up the gun, but as it turns out, by shooting these things that we had to shoot, we've actually let toxic gas into the area. Okay, so we're going to get that ammo. There it is. That's 25 rounds. So we come over here. Conveniently, though, even though we did have a so there's toxic gas, but fortunately we've got a chemical protection suit. The only problem with the suit is that it means that none of the guards will actually know who we are, because we're not the ambassador. Even though it's still got the ambassador's face on, no one's going to know we're the ambassadors. We've got a chemical protection suit. So people are just going to assume that we're bad, and they're going to try to shoot at us. So now we need to get this guy, because he's got the exit key. So I'm going to go over here. So obviously I'm just trying to route it out so I don't have to shoot boxes where I don't have to. I forgot that I had to shoot a box here. Oops. My bad. It's fine. So we can just skip all these. I've got plenty of ammo. So if I needed more ammo, I'd just shoot one of them. But as I said, I've got plenty right now. So blow that box up. If I'm too close to these big boxes, I will get thrown back, which is obviously a big waste of time. But we've put away our gun, because we don't want the gunner here. If we have our gun out in the KGB headquarters, we'll get busted and arrested. But we're still the ambassador, as I said, so there's no problem here. So we need to go do a bunch of things here. You might have seen the objectives list, and it's a big list. It's a very big list. So So the first thing we need to do is go speak to Barnes. But Barnes, I don't know, I think he's passed out. Now we need to go get the facemaker. Fortunately, all our objectives are marked and we also just know where they are. So even though Barnes didn't actually tell us where the facemaker was, we know where it is. That's right. So now we want to come to here. This is where Candace, our fellow agent, has been arrested and kept, but she's drugged, so that's going to be cool. We do also want the video freezer. So now we want to go into the head of security's office. I'm going to get rid of a dart gun. So I'm going to tap the bookcase once, then we want to drag his body back. So now we're going to rechange our disguise into the head of security. Usually enough, the head of security can actually set off the alarm, but you won't actually fail the mission. It's going to be time because you can turn into the head of security, put away your gun, and go outside and just say, "No, I arrested them," so everything's okay. Anyway, so we're going to put the video freezer here. So this freezes the cameras. Again, that's relevant for later. A later mission. Like a lot of the oh, that was almost really bad. I need to put it. Otherwise, they say the head of security's gone insane because he has a gun in his hand, and then they shoot you when you fail the missions. There's no checkpoints in this game. If you fail a mission, you have to start it over again. In some missions, that's obviously not a big problem because they're short. In many missions, that's a big problem because it's long. So now that we're the head of security, and we've also jammed their cameras and connection and all that, we can say, "Here's your transfer order." So we got a fake transfer order. So we give it to the KGB guy, and he's like, "Blah blah blah, I wasn't told about that order," and you go, "Blah blah blah, do it anyway." I'm the head of security. So you go talk to Candace, like, "Hey, I'm being punched, I'm here to get you out." So, blah, let's go. But she's drugged, so she's going to be a bit slow. We can just run to the exit though anyway. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's usually about 6 taps if I take that route before speed game doesn't pass Metal Gear. Yeah, this is a very interesting speed game. Let me put it that way. So this is probably one of the more technically difficult levels. I think I've stuffed it up. So I need to jump and not hit red panels. That's like pretty obvious. The problem is lots of the patterns are randomized except the first set. Some of the panels, the problem is though, because they're randomized, like they're in patterns, but like I don't know what the pattern is until I hit. Some of the panels, what I need to do one day, and I can't be bothered because for reasons that I'll explain a little bit later. But I need to go through the panels because some of them only trigger electricity, some of them only just trigger guns, and guns aren't really a problem because guns don't do much damage to you. I'm going to check. Everything I checked, so I need to take all the security guns. And then electricity, and some also trigger explosions, which I believe instantly kill you. What was I saying? But yeah, I need to just check every panel because if there's just guns, I can just walk over it. Anyway, so we're in sewers, but that's actually not so bad. So I can just... So if I want to, I can at any point exit the level and re-enter it. And that will allow me to regain all my health. It'll get reset to default ammo, which is usually less than what I've got. But you don't really need that much ammo in any particular level. Like you don't need to specifically like save ammo. Like it's not really a big problem. So the health reset is obviously very useful. So this level's the sewers. We all remember the bit in the movie where Ethan Hunt went into the sewers of the embassy and shot up a bunch of people. So Candace is still drugged, so still weak, so she's going to be arrested if we let her. We're not going to let her be arrested. You know? So this, as you can tell, because of that elevator, this level is a very deterministic on the cycles. The only problem is Candace will never get on an elevator with you, so it makes the cycles a lot... I think the word is weirder. Like, it's really not anything particular. It's just weird. It's just very, very weird. So at this point right now, I don't really need to care about Candace. She's just going to pop up very soon. She's just going to pop up eventually. Now I'm just going to top people with the dark guns. The dark gun's very strong. You can just tap people with it and they're dead. Well, they're knocked out, I guess. it's just a bit more problematic when you, I think it's Candace. The gun takes multiple bullets to get rid of anyone. So generally speaking, the dark gun's just better. So we've got a good cycle. But now we've got to wait for Candace. So this is like the worst part of the run. Just, oh no, I went too fast. Alright, so we're gonna have to wait like a minute or so. We know there's a timer going. That will actually, like, if it runs out, we fail the mission. But it's not a big problem because I don't, like, there's no way in. There is no way I will fail that timer. So I went a bit too fast. Okay, I almost fell down into the ASM. That would have been really bad. Let's see. So if I go just a little too fast, and as I said, I'm usually like to stop myself on a couple of things. Use that as sort of a marker, but I just went a bit too fast. And then, yeah, Candace decided not to follow me anymore. But now, see, here's the problem that I was saying before. Like, she won't get on the same elevator as you. She's always programmed to get on the next one. I can't keep going for the moment. Also because the next objective is get Candace to the supercomputer, so... So now we need to shoot here. So this shot we need to be very careful with. Excellent. So alright, excellent. Yeah, just because Candace can get in the way of that shot, you can shoot Candace. She's just another NPC. So if I shoot her with a dart gun, which is a one-hit kill, she will be dead. And then I failed the mission. So you'll notice there is a theme here. I will fail the mission in many, many scenarios. And I'm going to try and avoid all of them. So that's knocked out. Okay, cool. So that's the end of sewers, which is a really annoying level, just that the floating elevator. Also, clearly the Russians are winning the space race in this universe because they have floating elevators. Alright, so we're going to do that a little quick and reload here. So you'll notice now that my health is back to full, which is really convenient. So we're back in the security hallway, except this time instead of there being like panels on the floor and all that, there's just guns. If we step on any of the blue, the guns will start shooting us. It's whatever, basically. Yeah, it's whatever, but we also don't want to be shot. Like, it's not, like, it's really not big of a deal. The main problem is that we can't have Candace get shot, so we do need to shoot all of the things. Now, we can tap this thing which opens that door, but if we tap it, because we're like not tech savvy, we send an electrical discharge through the floor, but I always like to do it anyway because I can for free. If I just wait till Candace doesn't stand on the blue. So yes, the doors are open, haha, no. Oh no, the door's closed, it's a trap. So Candace will karate kick one and they get sucker punched. So she's out. Oh no. So we're going to open that. That's the wrong one. I should shoot this first. Should have shot this first. Small error, it's fine. So we're going to play the dart gun again. So as soon as we run out here, someone's going to start running. I got to get rid of them. Nope. There we go. So he was carrying the knock list. Oh yeah, somewhere we stole the knock list. Yeah, whoops, we missed that. I think it was off the supercomputer in the previous level. I don't know, it's not. Yeah, so the Candace had the knock list, and then someone knocked her out with a sucker punch, and they were like, oh, hey, look, a knock list. Because everyone knows what the knock list is, of course. I don't remember what the knock list is. Alright, so now if I can go around this level now and do whatever. If I take off the video freezes, I'll fail the mission. So what we need to do is we can't have, like, you know, the impossible mission force be blamed for this mission. We need to blame Galitzin, this dude called Galitzin. I think he's mentioned in the movie. I do not remember who Galitzin is, but we're framing him, so stuff him. So we remove the video freezer, and now suddenly all the cameras see it's Galitzin. He's got a gun, and he's escorting the prisoner out, and he's shooting up security guards. And it looks bad. So we need to, oh dear, I ran out of rounds. Okay, that's fine. So just blast that guy. So I can basically fire as fast as I can press the trigger. So that's not so bad. But now we're leaving, we are just going to take the Galitzin mask off. And leave. Excellent. So now we're escaping from the embassy, and so now you notice there's smoke everywhere because we triggered the smoke generators, and now all the fire department's here. So that's cool. So we need to take out these two idiots. Excellent. So now we've got to talk to go to the green dot. So one of the firemen's actually our escape artist, Jack. It's Jack. I don't know who Jack is. But it's Jack, and he's a fireman outfit, and he's really good at escaping from things. So now I've got to make sure I take out any guards that see me along the way. The reason for this is I'm going to get a fireman's outfit from Jack, the escape artist. And if anyone sees me getting it, they will like bust me, and then I can't actually finish the mission because I will instantly be arrested. But for now, even though I haven't really changed my face that much, now I'm a fireman, so I got a helmet on, I look all official and all that, so it's good. But we also do need to get Candace out. Right now, Candace is hiding in an elevator. And this guard really just doesn't care at all. So Candace will come out of the elevator now. Yep, now she's a fireman, and yeah, models are weird. But yeah, so now we don't have to worry. So Candace is a bit more okay now. She's not like drugged or anything anymore. So we just walk out the front door. I notice there's the head of security standing to the left there. So yeah, so if we try to go that way while we just like don't have the fireman's outfit on, we'll be like, I know you, arrest you. And that'll be that, but no, you put the ones out. Right. So we recover the knock list, but oh no, it turns out that we were a mole. We all remember that bit from the movie, you know, the scene in the cafe and all that, blah, blah, blah. But instead of that, we actually got arrested, and now we're in the CIA headquarters. Oh, wait, that's right. Oops. So we're going to talk to Candace in just 1 second. I said we're going to talk to Candace. There we go. So Candace knows that we're not a mole, so she's like, well, you know, we've got to figure out who's the mole, so we'll help Ethan Hunt escape. So we get a thing of explosive gum. I think that's the only time in the run we've actually used the explosive gum. As iconic as it is, just to blow up a window. Very, very improving. So if you don't get all that equipment and you leave this room, you just instantly fail the mission. So you can't say we can skip that. Right, so we're in CIA headquarters. So fortunately, like I'm pretty sure if you like hacked in like a real gun and shot anyone here, I think you actually failed the mission. But I haven't actually tried that. I should try cheating a gun. Anyway, so we need to get his fingerprints. I've got a fingerprint scan. He also drops a stunner. We don't really need the stunner. It's pretty meh. So knock out that guy. Yeah, all these cameras. What you're supposed to do, like in a casual playthrough, is that's right. You get a paint can. Like you paint over the cameras, so they can't see you. But here we're just going to ignore them. So all they do is spawn a guard, and we can just take out the guard with a single dart. So we've got the free access print now. So that's like a better fingerprint, so we can access more areas. Those are all the fingerprints we need. So fortunately, I found that so you're supposed to get like a fake gun and intimidate this guy. You know, it's like, that dart gun doesn't scare me. And if you like stun, that stunner won't phase me. It's like a little macho and crap. But so you're supposed to get a fake gun and intimidate him. But if you just let him stun you, he'll go to the exit anyway, and that's where you need to make him go. So you can just complete the mission anyway. Like, it's not a problem at all. So we'll run ahead. Now it turns out that the coffee we drank earlier was actually drugged. So as soon as we walk through this door, we're going to go into a drugged state. So that's very slow. But if I do side walking, while I've got... So while I've got a gun out, I can side walk down. And if I get rid of him... Oh no. I see. Okay, that works. As we go a bit more here. So we can't do the gun walk in here, because this is the infirmary. So the infirmary actually doesn't know that we're quote-unquote accused of being a mole. So they're just willing to go, oh, you're looking a bit ill, I'll help you out with some drugs. But obviously we can't just jump out the window, which is what we're going to do. Can't do that. I can't do that. So So we're just going to wait a minute. We're going to create a distraction. We'll walk while this cutscene's going. I can't see anything. And as soon as it says, yep, distract attention, so now we can just jump out the window. No problems there. So now we've got, you notice there's a big list of objectives. Fortunately, most of them are completed in relatively quick succession. Alright, here we go. So CIA Rooftop is probably one of the worst levels in the game. It's somewhat long, somewhat tedious, and you also can instantly get arrested by guards. Like, even if you're just looking at them with your gun pointed at them, shooting at them with your dart gun or stunner, you can still just get, like, will just give up. And it's like a 4 or 5 minute level, so if you get arrested by the last guard, it's just such a time. Like, this will kill runs. But if I get busted, I'll probably go over estimate. Not by much, but like probably. Yeah, the protagonist of this game is pretty adept at changing clothes. And we'll see another change here. There you go. Zap. Also remember, that was just a change of clothes. Before, they were literally changing faces. So what we did in the beginning of that level while I was talking was we sabotaged the helicopter lights. So what we need to do is we need to set up a thing so we can escape using the helicopter. We can't just escape using the helicopter, that would be easy. So we need to turn off the helicopter lights so it can't land. So now, right now, the helicopter can't land. As you know, there's no helicopter here. So we're going to jump off. Ta-ta-ta. We're going to grab this. So now the helicopter lights are back on. We fixed them. So no one checked the power cable, basically. They just called servers. Now the helicopter's going to land. It should be landing right now. Yep, there it is. But we don't want it to leave, because we've got some other things to do. We've got some business to attend to. So we're going to go and place us. I don't even remember what it's called. Basically, it's a jammer. So you'll notice an EMS. There you go. So the thing that's controlling the helicopter, like where it goes, is just bugging out now. So that'll keep it there. So now we've got to do a bit more of the gun work. So we need this guy's key card. There we go. So that'll get us through this door. Now we've got to get rid of this guy and grab the zone digit cards, whatever that means. This is enough. I think, if I remember correctly, this is enough key cards for the rest of the. Yeah, this is enough. So just quickly, just for the sake of this, usually I wouldn't, but I'll put on the infrared contact lenses just to show you. So there's lasers here. As I said, usually I wouldn't bother, just because I know where the lasers are, and it's not a big deal. So I need to be very careful here. If my climb is off, I can accidentally climb into the lasers. I think that's fine. So we're going to place the laser refractor down, which we got as part of our serviceman's kit. It was a special spy kit, so it just happened to have a serviceman's outfit in it. So that guy's still drugged, so he won't arrest us. Which is very handy. Oh, it's 6 rounds, this should be fine. There we go, got it. So I'll just avoid the searchlights, whatever. I think you can just run through them. I forget. No, you can definitely just run through them. I did not do enough practice runs in this game, but it's not a very difficult game. Do it really, really well, of course. Yeah, that's a bit difficult, but to just sort of do a run, it's not really that bad. So we need to get a passcode for this. So we're gonna use the very ingenious spy technique of placing a video camera there. Then we're going to record the dude who comes out, who puts in the passcode, and then we're going to just take the video camera and watch it back. So yeah, this is some top-notch spy work here. We're not we're not gonna hack the panel. We're not just gonna call in a favor or dust it for fingerprints and see which buttons have been pressed the most. No, we're just gonna record it. So we've got the code. As we've been told, we've got the code. We can't stand up, otherwise he'll arrest us because he'll see us. Now we can leave. So we can just do a little jump. Just do a little jump here. There we go. So that switched instantly, get the code. It's clever. We can read We can read video very, very quickly. Excellent. So through here. Now, I've got to be very careful. Sometimes the guard who was downstairs, who we got the code off of, he won't actually despawn like he's supposed to, he'll just be here. So I usually just play that just a smidge safer than I necessarily need to. Just to be 100% sure that nothing goes wrong. Alright, excellent. So that's the end of that. So now we've got the best mission in the game. So we all know this scene, right? We all know this scene. So we're just going to go straight through these red lasers. They just do damage. So we can't hit the yellow ones. The yellow ones are sort of the alarm. Then that just instantly fails the mission after 10 seconds. So one more yellow. So now we've got to do two things. We've got to get to the card reader. So we're just going to flick ourselves. We're just going to flick the stick left and right in quick succession. I know it says we're at the right height for the computer. There we go. So even though it said the right height for the computer, it's actually the right height for the card reader. We go down more. There we go. So you just sort of flick the stick left and right, and you just go. Like that's actually the way. Like that's what you actually have to do. Like you So yeah. So if we're too slow, we might exit. We don't. Yeah. So if we don't do this fast enough, we either have to wait for a cycle, and wait for like the dude to go in and out. Or other things. It doesn't matter. I don't know how much fall damage I'm gonna take, so I'm just gonna play super safe here and grab. So we've got some more explosive gum in our inventory, but we're not gonna use it. It's supposed to be like a distraction. Anyway, so there's more lasers here. Ooh, that's not good. That's fine. It's just slow. It's unfortunate. I'm just gonna. Am I in this box? No, I'm not. Okay, good. That would have been problematic. Oh no! So that's alright. So at least you got to see being arrested. So as you saw, even though I was like trying to get away, Ethan Hunt just gave up. That's fine. That wasn't too time costly. And also get another go at this. So we need to go. What we need to do is we need to jump, and at the apex, there we go. So the apex of the jump we want to go for. So that's optimal. You notice we don't actually take much fall damage. You can also hit the lasers and fall forward, and that works as well. But obviously not hitting the lasers is optimal because you don't have to wait for the laser get up animation. So we're going to get rid of all these guys. Because they're relatively close, they'll arrest us pretty quickly. This guy's not a big problem. Let's think, well, I didn't actually hit him. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh, sorry, man. Now this guy's a bit of, there's a little trick guy here. He's just standing, fighting in the corner. Just pop out and pop in. And we're going to aim up the stairs. There we go, guys. Right, so that's probably the trickiest shot. I'm pretty sure the railing does eat your darts, so if you don't aim really carefully, you do miss. So now remember that we are planted the EMS here, so that's like paralyzing the helicopter, and they don't know what's going on, because, the satellite is bugging out. So we're just going to bust that by throwing it off a ledge. Now the helicopter's free to take off, but we're just going to get on it. I'm assuming we're going to take the pilot at gunpoint or something. Get up. Okay. That took a while, but we got there in the end. I'll just stretch out. What is next? Oh, that's right, station. Yeah, so we're approaching the final two chapters of the game. The next one's pretty short. The final one, I think, is one of the longer chapters. Just because, now I'm just remembering the levels. I'm just remembering level 8. So Station is one of the more amusing levels in this game. So we're a sniper. Actually, we're a team of 2 snipers. So Ethan Hunt has been captured by evil goons. Now we need to go get Max, the arms dealer. We all remember Max from the movie. The female arms dealer. Now the only problem is Max's goons are all over the station. So we need to provide Ethan Hunt with cover fire. Now, the double problem is that the goons could be literally anyone. So when they spawn in, they're pre-programmed as either a civilian or a goon. At some point, if they're a goon, they will run up, they'll run up to Ethan Hunt and pull out a gun. However, civilians are also programmed to sometimes run up to Ethan Hunt, like sprint up to Ethan Hunt, and then like pull out a soda or something like that, like bait, basically. So they're trying to bait you into shooting. If you shoot a single civilian, you fail the mission. The mission takes about 3 to 4 minutes. I forget precisely how long. A lot of the time save is based on RNG. So depending on how close Ethan Hunt is back to the train, which is where the end point of the mission is, at some point Candace will come up and say, "I saw her, she went onto the train," and then you'll run onto the train. So is that probably going to be a gun? No? See, it's break ball. See, so it's slightly RNG. See, you see, she sprinted up and then she just pulls out a soda. Like, yeah, and also lag reduction. Like, you'll notice I'm trying to stay as zoomed in as possible. I could get a better view if I do something like this, but you'll also notice how the game's suddenly running very laggy. It's also one of the reasons, now I've got time, so I physically cannot get world record while I am sitting here, even if I played as well as I possibly could. The reason is because I'm using power, and NTSC is way, way faster. If you want a comparison, go to speedrun.com for me a gun. Go to speedrun.com, look at the world record, which is a good run, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to bag the gun at all, it's a good run. But it does have that leg up on me personally, just with the power NTSC thing. And you can look at the last level when we get there, called Gumbo, and you'll notice just how much faster it runs. And I mean that's just region difference. Like almost every speed game, especially at this era, has that sort of, you've got to have the X version. That's fine. Like I play this game primarily for fun. Because it's a very fun game, just to run like every now and then. It's a good marathon game as well. It's just got a lot of silly things. Like the sniper mission and the facemaker and gun. You can shoot Ethan Hunt. He can take a couple of rounds, but you take a lot of damage. If I can get to there's these angles. There's a soda. Okay. So yeah, the more health if we can keep about this amount of health going into the next mission, I won't have to do a quit and reload to refill my health. Next mission is pretty health heavy. I'm going to lose a lot of health doing it. Because there's a lot of goons and I've got to get rid of them all. Is it a gun or a note? It's great. Yeah, the main problem is I really have to let them pull out a gun, because I can't just like pre-fire, because I'll accidentally shoot a civilian. And if you accidentally shoot a civilian, it's very, very bad, as I said earlier. So now we're just going to take, I think it's this gun. So we're just going to aim it at the ground, really. I'm pretty sure now that he's running, he can't be stopped. I might be wrong about that. We're about to find out. But eventually, in about 15 seconds or so, the mission should just end. And yeah, I said this saves a bit of time just for the lag reduction, so I'm not looking at anything particularly fancy. So there we go. So that's over. So let's take a risk. Let's take a risk. It's a bit of a risk. Well, let's set up offer coming up soon, anyways. That can come up my wrist too. Alright, so again, if I shoot a single civilian, mission's over. I also have to kill all the goons though. I'm gonna wait for it to pop out again actually. So I am going to attempt to get rid of people with headshots. If I miss too many. Hello? Hello, thank you. Hello! Alright. So that door should have been opened by a simple press of the A button, but it was deciding not to. So yeah, as I was saying, that's for headshots. So yeah, I'm going to try and get rid of them with headshots, because obviously it's really optimal. If I can get enough headshots, I'll be able to skip a thing of ammo here. Please. Yeah, I think I've got enough ammo. We'll see. I think I've got enough ammo though. These doors don't open. So yeah, so that allows us to skip a bit of ammo, which is just convenient. That's probably one of the harder cars. Sometimes a civvy will just run out and they run in front of you. And then you shoot a civilian. So we put away our gun here because we want to. If we don't put our gun away here, when this cutscene starts, we have to do the animation, put away our gun. Then we automatically do it again when the cutscene ends. And then we have to put away the gun because we don't want it out. So anyways, that's the first half of the mission. So Candace came up to us and said, Max has a bomb on the car and she also has the knock list. She's in the next car, you need to go here. Excellent. I'll just punch that guy. So we need to get rid of this guy up here. Now this is the best line in the game, easily. Get rid of the ticket conductor. Sorry for punching your ticket, but I need to borrow your face. How many gold? So now we're the ticket conductor, so we can get into Max's car without being rumbled, because like, we're not Ethan Hunt, we're a ticket conductor. We're going to throw that gas canister in there and instantly knock her out. So again, we still need to kill all the goons. Oops. That's gone, gone, and gone. So do that. Yep, okay. So got the knock list, but the bomb didn't have. Oh no! Max has set the bomb. So the timer only starts when you as far as I remember at least, the timer only starts when when you actually pick up the detonator. So there's Jim Phelps. We don't actually want to talk to him. So we're just going to shoot him, and he just walks away, or close to the door, and teleports away. So so we need to find the bomb. Now the bomb's in a safe up here. So I'm just going to grab this liquid nitrogen. It's tough to freeze a chili pepper in a heap. So now the intended thing is like you cool it down and then you like blow the lock away with a blowtorch. But as it turns out, you can just fire liquid nitrogen at it forever, and eventually the lock will just break anyway. So you don't actually need the blowtorch; it's just bait. And obviously, it's a lot faster to just do it with one, otherwise you got to do weapon switching and stuff. Anyway, so that's it. So we defuse the bomb, we save the train, and save all the civilians. But now we've got to go get Jim Phelps. So catch Phelps, one objective, solo. Alright, so now we're going to lose like all our health on this mission, so we're definitely going to take a refill. 100% taking a refill. So we're on the roof of a train. Now, as it turns out, Jim Phelps has an army of helicopters and cars and goons who are just sort of waiting to pop out. It's really annoying. So even though the train's moving, I think it's just like the same scene being repeated like every 2.5 seconds. It's not a particularly so we can shoot the driver there. So there's a helicopter, the first helicopter. So we just picked up the rocket launching gun. Yeah, the rocket launching gun, very important. There's a helicopter there. We'll blow it up. Let's play a bit safe. So also there's no limit on how many choppers can spawn. Usually I use sound cues, so probably should have the sound on a bit higher on this TV, but whatever. So the main problem is if the helicopters are so charged, like helicopters are about doing, the charge attack takes away about 1/4 of your health, which is a lot. You'll notice right now I'm just being shot by the helicopter a bit. That's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not ideal, but I'll live. For a while. I might clear it out actually in a minute. Yeah, I might clear them out. So the chopper, yeah, not so bad this. Clear that. Yeah. Actually, you know what, while I'm here, I'll clear that out and I'll clear the car out as well. There we go. So I should be fine now. Oh, I was saying something like that. That's right, so even though the thing's moving, I do just have to go a set distance. I need to walk along this train car for a certain amount of time. I've got loads of ammo, so you can take out the helicopters with 5 pistol rounds, or just 1 rocket. Usually it's better to use the rocket, just because you don't have that many pistol rounds, but here I've been getting pretty okay with my aiming and all that, because it's pretty hard to aim, because you're just sort of like toggling, like, you know, some sort of no-scoping them, so to speak. I think, is that Jim Phelps? So I'll know when I'm at the end of the level, because I'll know if I'm going to see Jim Phelps. That's Jim Phelps. I'm not too fussed about my health anymore, so we're going to go into a tunnel here, so helicopters can't pull us in. This is Jim Phelps. Wait, there's the tunnel. So I'm pretty sure because I didn't get into the tunnel, that means we got here pretty early, which is actually really good. And so we just blow up Jim Phelps with the rocket. Goodbye, Jim Phelps. You're dead. We caught Phelps. And now the IMF is like, well, we still need someone to run missions, so hey, Ethan Hunt, want to become the mission director? Okay. Now go do a mission. Turns out the terrorists are back. So we were supposed to get a bunch of equipment here, and it was going to be airdropped, and the airdrop was a complete and utter failure. So our equipment is literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. In the weirdest places you could possibly imagine. Like, there's a scrambler on top of that box. So we're going to go get like half the items, a bit over half the items actually. Then we have to go back to the boat from where we started. If we don't, they'll all get arrested. That's also a theme in this game, just getting arrested. So we've got the mine. So yeah, so we do need to do that, but that's fine. So we need to put our gun here, or about here. Doesn't have to be right there. So there's the dynamite, or the explosives. Now, one of our items has actually been taken by this enemy. Now, if I've timed it right, we'll get run over by the truck. Damn, I love getting run over by the truck. That's fine, I'll just shoot it. So that's the RC detonator. Now we want to come in here, just on the way. We don't actually have to get this now. So we want to get the what is it? What is that called? That's right, the night vision goggles. It's been a while. And it's been a long day. Anyway, so the night vision goggles are get. Now, we've also just been introduced in this final chapter, we get introduced to a new enemy, as well as a new weapon if we choose to look around for it, the Uzi. Now, the Uzi enemies are like elite, they've got higher health pools, and they also deal very significant amounts of damage. Generally speaking, like the sort of route that we take and the amount of health that we have, it's not so bad. Like we can work with it, but they are very deadly. So you'll notice I tried really hard to just get in and get out of there. And that was pretty good. Like I'm on an okay amount of health. Like look, I'll admit I could have more, but so the intended strategy for the guardhouse is you're supposed to come over here and you still need to get this because it's an objective. So you need to come here, get the gas injector, and then like you pump it into the the venting, knock out all the guards in the guardhouse, and that's cool. But that's also really slow because I have to go over to the left side of the map first, then go to the right. Yeah, just ignore it basically, just ignore it. So I'm going to kill this guy, because will take too much damage. Now, our explosives expert is a bit of a ditz, and decided to forget his wire cutters. Like, you'd think the wire cutters like the one thing that you would need. The game's crashed. Okay, the game crashed. That's definitely a crash. Yeah, okay, cool. I've never had the game crash there before. Okay. We can roll with this. We're actually a bit ahead. Are we ahead? Now it's going to do the thing, so it's an N64. Alright, hold on. This is really unfortunate. Oh, for God's sake. So if this does take too long, to get back up, what I will do is just, because I've got a completed save file, I'll just load the next level. That was the end of the level, basically. So the only, I am just going to skip to the next level with my completed save file. I'll just skip to the next level. So the rest of that level was I had to deliver the wire cutters, shoot 2 dudes on a roof, and then that was it. Why aren't you turning on? Come on. You aren't actually taking them. Hey! Alright, so we have our game back. Game exists. Perfect. I don't want to use a rumble pack. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to use this, oh wow, this actually doesn't, okay, so this actually isn't a completed save file, it only is up to Tunnel, but amusingly enough, Tunnel is the level we wanted to load. So that's really, really convenient. Alright, so we're just going to load Tunnel. Yeah, I kind of want to do that again, but I also kind of conscious. Actually, I'm not that conscious of the time. Look, it's not that interesting. I promise it's not that interesting. So, alright, so this is why we got the night vision goggles in the previous level. So we're on these trucks, and we've got to go plant a bunch of bombs. We're going to plant a bunch of bombs on, what do you call it, like things. We're going to plant some things on some things. But we got to travel on the top of trucks for some reason. So we missed a 1 second. So you can actually run to each section and then run to the next section without having to wait for a truck. Because I was a bit slow there, I missed the first one. The first one's really difficult, just because you've also got to get the bombs as well as plant them. The rest of them should be easy. I might accidentally kill myself on the truck, which would be really unfortunate, because I'm trying not to do that. Because they are insta-kill if you miss the truck. Like, it somewhat tries to, like, snap you to the truck, but it's not too good. Anyway, so we gotta, like, as you can tell, we gotta, like, just duck and jump these. Like, if you can just, I was trying to actually take damage from that. I just wanted to say, hey, you don't instantly die. Well, now you know, you don't instantly die from those if you just get hit. It's not like the end of speed. But it's still ideal not to be hit, because, you know, if I take too much damage, then I'll have to do a quick reset thing on the next level. It's just annoying, so I try not to do it. Anyway, this is actually really bad. I usually use audio cues for this. There we go, perfect. So I was fast enough that I was actually able to do a turn, see that I had, there you go, see, I took some turns. Yeah, do a turn, see that a truck was coming, turn back, and jump on. So that was good. That was strong. So we gotta get off here. We're just gonna do this twice more to get rid of all of our bombs. So we'll come up here. I might do the same thing. No, we're gonna wait. You know, I'm not stuffing around here. So the problem is, if we have to wait, we also have to kill guards, because there's kind of a lot of them that will take a ton of damage. Also, if I really need ammo, I can just quick reset and reset my ammo. Are you kidding? Oh. So it looks like we're doing that level again anyway. I think it's fine. So we've got like the setup. We're way ahead. We're way ahead. This is like the easiest level to like survive. Like, it's pretty tough to like do it like super optimally, but like I wasn't doing it super optimally anyway. So it's fine. Like, there's really no problems here. Right, so let's do that. So we did a slow hop there. You notice how like some runs jumps like that, and if I stand still and do a jump, it's like that. So I want to try and do a fast hop there, and I want to do it like at the level of the bomb, so I don't have to turn around. You'll notice that one of the very like slow things in this game is turning, because I don't like tank controls. Did I miss another truck? Okay, I stuffed around showing me jumps, and I missed a truck. Okay, I'm never doing that again. So this should be fine. If I miss this, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. Okay, I almost actually missed it. Okay, alright, we gotta get the run back here. Gotta get the run back here, alright. Folks, alright, so we do a running. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Come on, tunnel! Oh, I really do hate tunnel. I think I now remember why my save file only goes to tunnel. So I think I was doing a run and got to tunnel and just went, I don't want to play this game anymore. Yeah, tunnel is like my favorite level or something. We'll get there. As I said, we are like super far ahead of schedule, so I'm really not that fussed. I forgot that this was the first one. Okay. Yeah, also, I do enjoy that it's like, I'd better try the silent approach, and this is all supposed to be dark, but enemies will instantly log onto you, and like, you don't get like a stealth bonus or anything, like, no, they just shoot you. That's fine, like, this isn't exactly a stealth game. Yeah, so I was always expecting to miss that truck, that's no problem. So we're gonna just come out here, because I want to make sure I do a running jump this time. So we should be able to see the lights first. There are the lights. And jump. Okay, that's how you do it. See, it's not that hard. And so we're going to say ducks. As far as I'm aware, the obstacles are random, which does make it kind of interesting, but like, it's not that interesting. You're not doing that much. You're either pressing C down, or you're pressing A in timings that aren't that tight. It's very chill. But at least adds a little spice, you know, you can't just fall asleep. So we should be able to, like, see. Yeah, that should be good. Easy, see. Yeah, this is actually, like, if I was, like, grinding, like, get a world record, if I wanted to, like, practice levels, this would definitely be one of the levels I practiced, specifically to try and get the other one-cycle truck on the first platform, the one where I had to get the bombs, just because that's the really hard one. Because you need to make sure you're doing a running jump to grab the bombs, and if you're off center or you're off timing, it's just, you're done. And you have to wait a cycle. And it's like 7 seconds, so it's significant. Oh, no, we're fine. We're fine. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely grind this out. It's just, Also, just again, because of those tank controls for the most part. Yeah. So in some of the levels, you can opt to not use tank controls, use more sort of an isometric view. The problem is if you choose to use an isometric view, your camera's super zoomed out, and because you're seeing like a lot of stuff on the level, you just lag. So using tank controls is definitely optimal. Alright, so there we go, and that's the end of the mission. So now everything will blow up in a sec. So everything will blow up, we can skip that, so I won't watch. Yeah. The competition's very low. Yeah, the mic sounds like it's underwater because it's a webcam. Don't ask. That's a long story, okay? It's a very long story. The thing is, I didn't even know there are other people that ran this game, and when I ran it at a SpudCon in, I think it was 2016, someone, the Rob, I remember, was like, hey, you know what, I should look up this game to see if there's any competition. And suddenly I found out I didn't actually have a world record, an uncontested world record. I had no world record and it wasn't uncontested. And then I also found out about the PAL NTSC thing, which is, as I said earlier, fine. I would probably compete if I could get my hands on an NTSC copy, but like I can't be bothered like buying an NTSC console as well as an NTSC game for this. Just for a meme game. Like this is pure meme game. Like I bring this out like once a year. Yeah, we talked about the Assassin earlier, yeah. What was I saying? I was saying something. Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's like I don't want to spend like a bunch of money getting a new console and a new this and a new that just for a meme game. Like I bring this out once a year for like ASM. I might do it at PAX, I don't know. Maybe not, I don't know. We need to fill some time. Because I do enjoy it as a speed game. It is a good meme. As much as it is a meme, it is at least a good one. We've got plenty of funny things. If for some reason I just got my hands on an NTSC console and ended up doing that, I'd probably try and get world records. I think I could with enough grinding. But yeah, it's just... And hopefully that would also raise competition, because I think that would be a lot of fun. I do think that would be a lot of fun. Anyway, so mainland. All I've done basically is just sort of fetching. I've fetched some bombs, I've killed some guys so they didn't blow us up. I'm going to blow up some cameras now. Alright, cool, I'll see ya. I'll just quickly grab that plane ticket, mate. If I'm ever in Europe, I'll remember that. Yeah, the record, as I said, the record is pretty good. Like, as I said, for all my whinging about PAL NTSC, I absolutely have no complaints about that time being the record, because it is a good time. It is a strong time. And it only got stronger. Like, when I first looked at it, it was about like a 100. Oh my god, selecting the wrong item. Yeah, it was like 100, and I was like, that's not so great. But it got, and as you said, it got to like 57. Yeah, it's like as I said, I am super cool with that being the time. Yeah, I was selecting the key card to try and change my face. It was ridiculous. Yeah, just drop it out. I'll just get a parachute. It's fine. Not a parachute. You know, like the trampoline things. So now we need to go, hello, I am an accountant. I am definitely an accountant. So blah, blah, blah. He'll salute me for a while, then open this door. We use the key card to get into the vault. The main sub-pen area is pretty good, yeah. Anyway, so now we've got the vault with, I think this is the money. I forget whether this is like, because we got to do like a deal with some terrorist. I forget whether this is the product or the money. But either way, we're gonna like use it as a trap. So we're gonna go to our explosives expert, the guy who got his wire cutters, because apparently he's actually supposed to. He's actually good at his job. It's just he forgets his wire cutters. So he said, when he's planted the bomb in there, and it'll go off when it reaches a certain altitude. So there's a helicopter going there. So we're going to come in here, which is where the meat's going to go down. The meat's going to go down. We're just going to come into this corner and look at the wall because it does reduce lag. So yeah, we're just going into aim mode, but like we can aim without a gun. It's just we don't actually aim. We just sort of look close. It is what it is. But yeah, we got to wait about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I'm actually pretty happy with this time over. Like, even though I did skip like a minute and a half of a level, I spent like 3 minutes trying to fix the console after the game crashed. So, like, this isn't actually terrible. I don't think it's the knock list. Is it the knock list? I feel like we're past the knock list, like, because we've already done the thing. Oh, let's find out. Oh, I think I've got plenty of time. Hey, I'll go to the cabinet by the so it's the detonators. Yeah, okay, so no, that's the front. So it's a bunch of detonators, like bomb detonators. Alright, cool, we're in there. See, we got the law, we got the law. We got the law here. So he's gonna take off the face mask, so we don't get to keep it, that would just be convenient. Clutterer has moved into his final sniper position. I'm just going to use him to take out these 4 Uzi guards, because it's just easy. So now we want to leave here. We want to again go into, just look at a wall, but we have to wait a bit. So we're going to look at this wall this time. Right. There we go. So I'm going to look at this wall. So there we go, so there's the helicopter. Yeah, because the knock was the first button. So now we've got to wait a bit. If we leave, like we can get onto that gunboat right now and just leave, and that'd be all cool. But we'll accidentally leave someone behind, and the game does not like that at all, like at all. So yeah, there we go. All right, so now I'll wait a couple of seconds. Should be fine. Okay, cool. So if he goes to the back, we know that we've plugged it up. But if we go to the front, that's fine. So we want to be at the front, on the gun. So final mission is an auto-scroller rail shooter. Now, hopefully the game doesn't crash. Usually, if the game crashes, usually it's on Gumbo. And as I said earlier, this is where, if you want to go to the speedrun.com page, like just start watching it simultaneously, you'll notice immediately how much faster NTSC is. Just like in regards to lag and stuff. Like, it's actually smooth on NTSC. I don't know how they did it, but I'm super impressed because like it's smooth. Alright, so I'm 100% gonna do a quick load. Yeah. Because I definitely want full health for Gunboat. Gunboat is a level where I am probably going to end up with either a sliver of health or die. Hopefully I don't die. If I can not die, I might actually show off the out of bounds in this game, because we're way ahead of schedule. Like, we're way ahead of schedule, and we've got a setup offer coming. Like, it's the rest of the games today are pretty easy to set up. I think I'm going to take some extra damage. I shouldn't have. We're fine for now. If I start like taking some super damage anytime soon, I might just restart this level. Oh, mine ahead. Mine ahead. Fortunately, we do get told about mines. Let me just shoot them. So generally speaking with Gunboat, you just sort of shoot everything that looks like a good Hauser gun. If you can, try to skip walls. Like, you know, there's a wall like guarding this gun. Like, we're trying to get the gun. That thing looks like a Hauser gun, so we blow it up. Like, I still have absolutely no idea what actually deals damage and what actually doesn't. I think I've sort of narrowed it down, like, over the years. I think a Jeep doesn't. I don't think. I think that little pile there is actually a machine gun, so I think that does. I'm pretty sure these large bunkers do. I'm pretty sure those little turrets coming out of the floor do. Obviously the mines do and the boats do, but I don't think those missiles do. I'm gonna blow up them anyway. But yeah, I don't think the missiles actually. I need to blow that mine now. That's on a timer. Okay, there's a gun here. I'm gonna try and blow up that gun. Gun, gun, gun. Alright, so we were gonna need to blow up that boat. We're just gonna blow up that first. No specific reason. So boat it is. So we've got an enemy boat. We're just gonna hold Z on it. Like it's very exciting stuff here. So try to blow up this. I think we got two. Yep, excellent. So we got you. Yeah, I think that does stuff. Can we blow it up? Yeah, we can. Sick. So we're doing alright here. Like we're actually on a really good amount of health. Like this is one of the highest amounts of health I think I've ever had in Gunboot. Getting up to this point. We're probably gonna all lose it now. Like I shouldn't have spoken. I'm just If I actually die now, I'll be very annoyed since I'm what I said. We should be alright. Generally speaking, as far as I'm aware, like you take some damage if like things shoot you in the front, but you take like mega damage if things shoot you in the back. So like if you miss something, you get penalized. Oh, this is a ridiculous amount of health. So I think this is the end of the mission coming up. Yeah, this is the end of it. I've only got a quarter health left. This is ridiculous. I love it. So we need to get rid of all the guns. Get rid of the guns. Get rid of the guns. Guns, got the guns. So we notice we slow down. So we've got lots of time to do this. So we need to blow up these walls. We need to blow up the factories. Do I need to blow up the walls? I don't even remember. Yeah, I need to blow up the walls. See, blow everything. And as soon as this wall blows up, destroy gas factory, done. And that's the end of the game. So time's actually coming up. I'll just do that. I forgot to. And time. So yeah. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. How far ahead of?